any rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.
Thinking about you all the time. Nice.
the corporate stooges, and I'm disturbed by the implications of this alliance. But the Protectorate will yet prevail. Mark my words. Certainly, the truth of Virgil's deeds. One note that especially gives me pause is the knowledge of Virgil's flagging devotion to the Protectorate. I have yet to pinpoint my own feelings.
You have a bounty? Oh, I have a bounty.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these Protectorate types ever run a scale on each other.
Weird, ain't it?
Whoever fixes this rift problem is definitely getting a whole side sweep with an Odysee.
Ah, 𝖙𝖍, have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me, if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm hive. The hunting must be good wherever you ran off to.
Yeah, you could say that. Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Hive it is. Just refrain from any buzzing jokes.
Oh, the mantis swarm is a wonderful choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know.
There's a grafting lab way out on Cloister that was still operational. Till recently. Brutalizing folk and creatures, paying them no mind, giving them no honor, even if they succumb to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and I allowed him to live. On the condition that he redeems himself and uses his research for good.
But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. His name is 𝖙𝖊𝖗𝖗, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. You heard from Dr. Rasmussen, right? I spared him and his research for this purpose. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard needs to invest in that good. And you're my first choice to lead the new program.
You honor me. I did receive a message from a Rasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. But... it would bring purpose back into my work. All of Fairfield knows as well as I that I've been craving it for some time. And if it helps folk like Inez, I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, what you are doing is noble, and I wish you the greatest of successes.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready, because I ain't intending to fail.
Hello again. What can I do for you?
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment? We got the intel we need. If we find... it'd make life better for anyone. Elsewise, ain't just saying that, are you? Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I... Thanks. Maybe this is what... Maybe...
Ooh, which faction?
Generation, Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations. Who there? The deck against the little person as they try.
Any moment now. Always remember. Because of the system's glorious. While the protectors decide what subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions and servers. What's more, we
Nice of you to shoulder a bit of the workload.
the approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhanced in people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to...
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days, and already productivity is tanked by 149.4%. You want the role, it's yours, but I'm not budging on those hourly rates.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the scientists who work with him on Cloister lying cold on the lab floor?
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft like yours can install itself. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning starlight.
Sure. The flight over gave me time aplenty to polish my elevator pitch. Look, we found your lab on Cloister. A friend of mine who succumbed to his graft sent me there to put an end to your work. It was, well, it was damn troubling. But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that the program's got much potential. If we shift focus, reform our work, grafts could better the lives for all folk.
Alphacin's now with Doc Tinsley in Fairfield, and they're ready to restart this work if we can get your agreement. No more killing, much more progress. What do you say?
I see someone failed out of the anti-Cleo school of persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me?
I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only
Troopers are getting maimed in battle, and many civvies are getting sick from lack of food, clean water. Folk feel helpless. Grafts could treat all that. Some creatures can regrow limbs and safely consume tainted goods. If we give folk those same abilities, they can heal from all the wars done to them.
Ah, I see now. With grafts, our employees can get back to work faster and for longer hours. You might have led with that. It's brilliant. But there's one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing? I did not even know your name before you stepped through this door.
Joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised that if I proved myself, demonstrated exceptionalism, the moment would come where I could make a pitch for my own future. I helped hunt down the fiend who destroyed our base on Golden Ridge, fought off countless protectorate besides. So yeah, I'd say the moment I'm owed has arrived.
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to expand our user base. But we can only pursue such a thing if we secure the funding. I could approach my business partner to this end, but I will require proof that this little reformation of yours is a viable investment. As such, you need to prove that a grafted trooper can achieve what the average one cannot.
You say that as though you have something in mind.
I do. The commander of our fortified position on Praetor has been chomping at the bit for a show of force. To rally the troops in our market share, so to speak. He will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your prowess will give us the leverage we need. I could tell you possessed a modicum of business sense. Head to Praetor. I'll send a reporter with camera drones to meet you there and debrief with our ground forces.
Hold on. You didn't say anything about this being filmed.
Heroism is nothing without exciting footage and a talking head to sell it to the masses. So do make sure you put on a good show. Off you go, then.
As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off toss volumes from the home, but our Arcadian Drone League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down rip-off pitch roll, they call it. My, how imaginative. When we started on their arbitrary rule changes, bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday. Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? That will put posteriors in the seats. A blood
You cannot be here. My contract stipulates that this lab door remains locked at all times. I am not to be disturbed. That's funny, considering the heaps of times I've been called such. Initially, it was also in my contract that I was never to refer to myself as a direct report of the Vice President. Which I am notably not doing right now. Is that so strange? The program I was hired for is highly confidential. I don't see why the Vice President wouldn't take such measures. Why, I cannot even speak to him directly. He pale and ducks into his office the moment he sees me.
Well, that ain't right. Neither his managerial manner nor your working conditions. But once we get this program reworked,
You won't have to worry about this anymore.
Oh, no. No, I don't want change. I love my work. I love this place. The smell of copper, the texture of viscera. There's nothing like it.
Don't encourage this.
Fascinating. I suppose I have been approaching this from a far too clinical angle. What fun! Anyhow, I have much work to do. Please ensure the door is locked when you leave.
Consultants who labor with committing to a side. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice. Item. Business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do better. I'll give it... Review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. Only division that earns us less when they walk floor. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red.
We're back. What is it? Go on. You're clear to saunter freely.
Exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's your life's work. I get
Need
it.
anything?
Between the risks
More's the...
rivals and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of volatility out there right now.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Oh, hello, friend. I can say that, right? I have your permission. We're friends. We have drinks and stuff, like people do. Normal people, friendly people.
And I promise we will all thrive. There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most thick-minded of customers. We have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for. We are also the only retailers for parasite-free huckleberries.
Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
And is not the property of Auntie's Choice or its subsidiary companies, as the eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's Choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
You're back again. Really? Fine, you can have it. That admit. Here you are. Time for you to blunder out the way.
But because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond
Still here, I see.
through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the
What now?
Our overbearing neighbors neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few
This is clearly a secret Auntie's Choice interrogation room. Look at the skulls on that disembodied statue. And a cruel metal pole. Truly nefarious.
You don't know the half of it. This kind of interrogation is designed to spike your adrenaline. Really gets the blood flowing.
Live, love, laugh, and consume
with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might have... of the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The Big Rift cut off tossball news from home, but our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? Ha! That will put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball is played for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in week's contest between easy heel loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protectorate's entire roster of pitchball pushovers any day of the fiscal week. Even with half our team's 32 backs benched, they'd forfeit by middle time. It would be an embarrassment of body goals, a massive ad windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full profit potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bluffing each other. Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates? I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrummage.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving it away!
Was specifically founded to fight what Netflix. Higher quality. Trunicular, arriving any moment.
I done falled off the corporate ladder. All finished? All right, well...
Tramicular. Arriving any moment now.
The story of 𝖙𝖍𝖊𝖗 versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations.
From pop guns to self-propelled cannons,
Can't tell the
I
difference
have
between
whatever
cover
size
and
weaponry you
concealment.
need to make all
You
your
need a
problems
good set of armor before someone succeeds.
Just like our sponsored tossball team, the 𝖙𝖍𝖊𝖗's darlings refused to do what things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers chosen.
Ah, wonderful. More.
Welcome to. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and we hope you've deep.
Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain.
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from every. Been some. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. That was almost all right. Got anything else? You implying I'm suffering from ox? Anyhow, you done yet? Or you got more?
Just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development. The boss.
You're almost half decent at this. Not especially skilled, but not atrocious. Not good, though. Definitely not. Wait, you... Well, so all right, I give up. What do you want? By that, man, look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. That may, furthermore, and consequently, think you have me over. Don't worry. What I'm going to ask for should be a real pip. Just a mild vexation. That's the names he might been humiliating Spacer's choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? No. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. Not on me present. The audio cartridge, the PA system controls are in the back room at Client 1. Though I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath.
Welcome to. What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And/or ask me in a remarkably. All right. Pleasure doing business.
What? The audio can't go.
Excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us. Which they work for. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't fall for it. Next is assertive. Quite the bit pit. Down 14%.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment.
From pop
Then
guns
you
to
need a good
self-propelled
set of
cannons,
armor.
I have whatever size weaponry you need to make all your problems past tense.
Illogical exploit. Tramicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake. And vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
Any questions? Well?
Attention, any and all no debtors on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest emotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his unnamed and clearly unimportant position within experimental operations. Welcome to role as site sanitary.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility.
Tramicular, arriving.
Hey, mister, any bits to spare?
Any progress? Well, as it says in the middle management...
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment. And you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds. Succeeds in ventilating.
Somebody someday. Ain't gonna happen. Auntie Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking. The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our...
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being What I had to say was more important. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploit. No thanks. Appreciate you. You're not up bad.
Welcome to... What is it? We hope you...
Appreciate you helping my vital message be heard.
Auntie Cleo's darling. I cleaved Spacer's chip. At the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's choice! Darling! We won! Ha! Take over this!
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assume that was your doing. Wait! What?
We respond to what you want through your decision.
No, that was... Wait, this... What? Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well,
I was, but now your lack of certitude has got me starting to worry. Sounds like
we accept your...
Oh, you sounded just like an upper middle manager right then, Twombly. Good job.
That reporter's gotta be nearby.
I'm Orland Crawford.
The name's Annette.
Now, let's not skip on introductions. Who is this you have with you?
You could say...
Never seen. Their defenses are too great. My camera drones will be filming the action from above, so do put on a good show. Blow up a few things. They've detained this.
So what? If I hadn't come along, you all would have left those troopers to rot.
Our motto is to leave no man behind, unless it breaches our contract and promises financial penalties, which this does. Now, take these codes for the back door and go. Once you infiltrate the blockade, neutralize our foes, and open the drilling crew. Or you could... Though I trust... Ooh.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate,
Taking punitive action.
Protect Arcadia!
Listening
At your
Parasites identified.
I've eyes on the miscreant. The Protectorate endures.
There, a misbegotten fool to fall.
Here we are, about to kick the proverbial mantisaur nest. Hope you're ready for your close-up.
That's...
Damn. Of course they are.
Effortlessly, without complaint.
Sustain the system. Explosive. Target reacquired.
Kicking for the history books. Let's open.
What in the void was that?
And Donnybrook ensues.
Over here! Let us out!
Yeah.
Over here! Let's have a word with the... Well, the blockade is ours.
That hasn't stopped you lot from spinning a story before. You said something about an interview.
It's audio only, Trooper. And you're working with a true professional now. Let me work, huh? Relax.
Well,
Great! Recording's already begun. I'm here, live at the scene with the fearsome grafted soldier 𝖍𝖊. It's a shame you cannot see this, dear listener, for it is impressive indeed. 𝖍𝖊, your destruction of those
I'm just, doing my part. I joined up because I believed in our mission, to liberate Arcadia. Reckon my actions illustrate that more than anything I could ever say. Suppose I do know a thing or two about a pep talk. Given many in my time to troopers suffering injury or boredom.
How wonderful! I hadn't realized 𝖍𝖊 here had initiated a recruitment campaign. Truly a lesson to us all. Dear audience, the voice you also...
Look, I did what anyone with an ounce of sense would do. Ain't gonna leave one of my own in such a state. And if I had it my way, I would have acted sooner. Yeah, that's exactly right.
A heartwarming in any...
These graphs make me stronger. Good in a bind. I know I'm a bit of a curiosity. Ain't too many of us left. But there is so much good we can do with grafting, if we try. I got a plan, see?
A fascinating... Before we wrap, have you anything else of note to tell our undoubtedly enraptured audience?
Oh, I got one. Ain't just a tested and true product that'll put you over the top. A graft like mine might also get you into orbit.
And that's a wrap. You can go back to slouching or sneering or whatever else it is you do. Astonishingly well. Rest assured,
Well, that's a damn sight better than I was anticipating.
You do that.
Tramicular. Arriving any moment now.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it.
From pop guns to self-propelled cannons, I have whatever size weaponry you need to make all your problems
110% artificial. Angel
Ah, so the footage I received tells the story it needs to, but I am rather disappointed by the absence of excitement, of pizzazz. But a win is a win, as... Oh, where are my manners? Come in.
Yes, we've met. Now, let's not get overly ahead of ourselves. Not ours, and...
Well,
Let's try...
Look, I know.
Perhaps so. You know how...
But we can trust your word as her current supervisor. What sort of performance review might you give this associate?
Well, it's...
So we have a...
Suppose I...
So that...
Of course. When the time is right, I will reach out to you for further planning. You have been instrumental, soldier. Ines. Afraid not.
14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Life's work. Between the rifts of aggressive rivals and the there's a lot of volatility out there right now. The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no truck with the ambition deficient. Respected subordinates, spare... gumption, and I we will all thrive. There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most... extravagant to the...
Have time for a chat, Commander? Willard, Vice President, and they all agreed to... They even thought to bring me into middle management for the program. Can you believe it? I'm a middle manager, not someone with actual authority. Weren't about feeling special neither. Just like I matter. I'm realizing now that I never really imagined something like this was possible. Never thought I'd be it. Reckon you could say I proved my... Anyhow.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. That strategy would be greatly inefficient, Commander. Please allow this unit to help you generate a more sound mission plan. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Void, take that Consul. This is the 1000th time he has gone too far. Would that I could slay him once for each.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent 𝖍𝖊𝖗 is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is ready to finish what she started. End quote.
Well, she better not get in our way, or we may just have to seriously reconsider your decision to let her live, Commander.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
now's not really the time for a chat. You need something? All right, but we best do this quick.
Soon the Consul will answer for his many, many crimes. I have looked forward to this for a long, long
Just
time.
waiting on your orders, Commander. Whenever you're ready.
To be so close. The rift. It's magnificent. When we've done what we came to do, it's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into perfection. Thank you for bringing me here.
place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right. The console stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
This explains a lot, actually. Never moseyed up here last go-around. Poor kid.
You there? Did something? Fix it!
Let us hope that whatever architect forsaken logic operates within this place must not.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Border forces are on a similar trajectory.
We've support in spades! The console must be... My armor may be rated for temperatures in the thousands, but I find even most blankets too stifling. Let us find an alternate.
thought my plasma shower days were behind me when I left Triangle. That's Augustine's ship. Guess we're about to find out whether Mercy was the right choice.
Disruptive influences!
I sense scum.
How about some cloud cover?
This is 𝖙𝖍𝖊𝖗, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies. Lost and stop.
Smoke break!
Rounding down!
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Get ready. Exposure. Undermining.
The Order thanks you for your tactful negotiations with Auntie's Choice. Supplies are available upon proceeding.
These soldiers look even more hideous than
In
our
all my
graphic
research,
experiments.
In all my research, I've never...
I never could have predicted that the rift would produce something so monstrous.
Why did you make me do this? Why?
That sounds like... Helen? No. No, it couldn't be.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Helen? It's me, Niles.
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No, my skin, it's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with 𝖍𝖊𝖗 and 𝖍𝖊𝖓. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Oh, I had to kill them.
Oh, Helen. That's awful. But you were only defending yourself. I'd have done no different.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
We'd like to help you, any way we still can.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Can you tell me what's happening? I can't make much sense of things myself. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station. That's how she's here now. We could have saved her, Commander. We could have done something.
Wait. There was something else. 𝖍𝖊𝖗 was yelling. 𝖍𝖊𝖗 wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, 𝖍𝖊𝖗. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
This is not the time. Can't you see she's...
No. Shut up, 𝖍𝖊𝖗. Law, I knew something was the matter. Tell me. Tell me everything.
I had information about what would happen if their work had been allowed to continue. Complete destruction of the galaxy. You think I wouldn't have done anything to prevent that? Were it up to me, none of you would have even come near the station. You became casualties, but it was for good reason.
Huh. Well, figures that the bastards had more than we knew up their sleeves. So this rift, then. Is that why I'm... like this?
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before it was destroyed. You included. But it's failing.
So I've come back from death to some... what? Some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
Careful. She's already on edge.
How much time? With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards. I'll do my best to hold on.
Can't believe it's come down to leaving you. Again.
Don't look so glum, rookie. You ain't getting rid of me so easy.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help with the wait for the commander.
Yeah, all right. Maybe you can patch me up some if things take a turn. Hurry back, huh? I'll keep the porch light on.
Providence is much too close for safety. That rover in this do not like what this might imply. These foes have been destroyed once, and we shall destroy them again.
Exposure underway. N-ray. Exposure. Take the cover.
Another rift. And is that plasma wrapped up in it? I wouldn't recommend getting close.
If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
This is scientist Bernard Rand.
Suppose this is a bad time to mention. I barely passed my high-intensity arithmetic course at the Academy.
Carry the 3, multiply by 12 over 17. Nope, this formula is utterly beyond me. Once theoretical mathematics are decidedly out of an arbiter's purview, but I strongly suspect you possess the mental means to solve it, Commander.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Guess money and power can't buy taste.
I should have expected that my sovereign would have solved such a complex equation himself. What a brilliant mind.
Best to get this equation inputted as soon as possible. Taking credit for someone else's genius? Can't say I'm surprised.
Another obstacle on our path overcome. Good work.
projections are off by orders.
Unit action.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Cannot doubt. If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
Well, boarding was easier than I expected. Now, let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Looks like the cavalry's just rolled in.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Glad you finally jimmied that open. Things are getting appreciably worse out there. We're running out of time to seize the rift and force it into corporeal insolvency. The presiding bishop wished for me to relay a message to you. Why she couldn't send her own courier, I couldn't say, but I'll attempt to simplify. The rift modulator is on the science deck, one floor up. Deck access is restricted without proper credentials. Imagine that twice as long and in the form of a distance problem. That means, of course, you'll either need to pilfer an access card, swindle some daft sod out of it, or find some other way around the deck restrictions. But I shouldn't know. Perhaps search the pockets of those you've killed, Or find an air duct to shimmy through, or a staircase to climb. Any more troops in here, they'd be tripping over one another. Don't you worry. These are the best paid closers in my fleet, and Worth will hold here to ensure you aren't flanked by reinforcements as you delve deeper in. Don't fritter away your lives cheaply now. I've made a significant investment in you.
This unit is rated to address... Please make a request. This ship is only for authorized Protectorate subjects. You are on this ship. Thus, you are a Protectorate... If you are not a Protectorate subject, please purchase a weapon from this unit and shoot yourself. Subject in case of enemy attack. Displaying it...
Tell me we're not going to just go blundering ahead. That's not the plan. Right, Commander?
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. This intercom is to be used for emergencies only. Misuse of the... Now, how can I assist you, Deck 0? How many times must I explain this to you all down there? Every subject aboard the Providence must keep their deck access credentials on their person at all times. If you misplaced your access card, Sovereign help you, because I surely cannot. Perhaps a colleague would be willing...
I shall not stay your execution. Make it come.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
trying my matriarch-given patience, 𝖍𝖊𝖏𝖏. Again, I shall send her down right away. But this is becoming a daily occurrence, and I will see such slothfulness reflected on her record. Sick in the head, more like. I wouldn't be surprised if she were vying for a sojourn to placid waters just to get off this ship. But I remind you that gossip is strictly prohibited over this channel. Over and out.
I'm here for my treatment, Doctor, but there's another pain that I can't take anymore. In my mind. My fortitude and focus are weak. I fear my mental health may be slipping.
Processing mention of mental health. Error. Query not found. Please produce your knee for anti-lock knee infection.
Gone into the force close again. Careful in that room.
I shall reduce them to a slurry. Taking punitive action. Impressive, Commander. I suppose it's too much to hope the rift modulator shall possess a similar override. I would vote in favor of fighting our way to the console, but if you do not, you should either locate an access card or keep away.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time. You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to wait. We need all the assistance we can get. And I'm sure your theory, since you seem to be a new transfer, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat in the Rift Chamber. Here, I'll lend you. Of course, it's my Montserrat asserts.
Go about your business, or do not. Go about your business, or do not.
Yet I can see the sheer arrogance in this display. Reconstitution cannot work. It must not be allowed to work.
Seeing evidence like this might dent the console's plan some, but I'm guessing he's far past reason.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
We can carry this momentum through to the console.
Has been functioning for 3.
I received word that you were here. Rift specialist, are you? What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to the IRC. I did not realize you were a colleague. Raw data. Further, which is distressing. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If here, I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, a deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the mean.
Unit has been functioning for 396.
Oh, look at the size of that thing. No way.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Esteemed Council, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended. Every test of reconstitution has resulted. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly leak. Unfortunately, the data that we originally and all of our recent readings suggest I've included extensive notes and annotations.
Unit has been functioning for 396 uninterrupted.
The rifts have spawned throughout unknown reaches? This is more dire than I surmised. But at least we have the means to combat them now.
It's a stumper, all right. But we'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the console.
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? So Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible? You're the one in the dark. Much as I'm intrigued, but you might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down. Certainly. And in case you...
Not that the console deserves it, none. But if we can end things...
The more we debate them, and if you've some...
Just goes to show, all the power in the world still can't protect you from a knife in the back.
Don't
Don't take a seat. This will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept of...
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Indeed, rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously tampered with our Vox relay on Paradise Island. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path. And I'm intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
Beware, Commander. The Consul is a master manipulator. Trying to speak with him may be more dangerous than simply slaying him on the spot.
You're entirely out of your jurisdiction. And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to entertain your argument, you will silence him.
Consul 𝖍𝖊𝖗, I accuse you of perfidy of the highest degree. Traitorism against the Sovereign and his Protectorate. I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
You overeager fools. This is the last mistake you'll ever make.
You're prosecuted viscerally.
Stand ready. Our foes are close.
Smoke break!
Seems all my considerable efforts here have been ill spent. Total rift destabilization is imminent. Our last resort is our only resort now. We need to fly the rift modulator in.
You don't have some dubious plan for this eventuality? I owe Niles 5 bits.
Oh, brighten up, everyone. Not all of us need go, but, someone present will need to take one for the team. Oh, what's the point of living if you can't allow yourself the occasional moment of theatrics? The Order and I will use the schematics and the processed rift data to mass produce. If you're looking for a sap to fly that rickety rig, don't look at me. I intend to abscond back to my ship with those wonderful little schematics. I have plans for... Now why'd you have to bring that up? That's, I suppose you've made one hell of a sales pitch. Okay. Fine. I'll do it.
Of everyone here, I had you last to volunteer on a selfless suicide mission. It would appear there's more to your character than I thought.
Oh, shut up, the lot of you! Don't make a fuss, or you'll make me change my mind. Because of my metallic exterior? How very droll. Keep it up. It's not too late to glue your hand to the controls. Now, I think I've had my fill of this conversation. Simply take the schematics and depart my presence in awe-struck, misty-eyed silence.
So, in the end, moved by the ghosts of her past, Auntie Cleo boarded the ship and became the galaxy's unlikely savior. In her final moments, the ruthless Auntie's Choice CEO mused that maybe she was the best choice after all. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. Acquisitions Officer Carr enjoyed the perks and power that came with promotion for her asset-winning techniques on Paradise Island. Her rival, D.B. Milverstreet, meanwhile, seethed as he pushed cold morsels of borschtloaf around the plate of his macrowave dinner. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected 𝖍𝖊𝖗's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer 𝖍𝖊𝖗 fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully, for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent 𝖙𝖍𝖊𝖗 achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. After Azza disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy faded, average colonist life expectancy increased by 0.23%. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. But with the old Auntie dead, a new figurehead was needed to keep up appearances. Company execs fast-tracked auditions for a new Auntie. Some employees thought she looked suspiciously different, but were too overjoyed with the prospect of growing profits to care. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. The release of the skip drive schematics to the public domain resulted in new and exciting opportunities for independent manufacturers. However, unchecked use of the drives would ultimately lead to an even greater proliferation of rifts, once again imperiling the galaxy. Fortunately, the Order stepped in. Leveraging their partnership with Auntie's Choice, the Order sold rift modulators to all skip drive manufacturers for a modest price, thus preventing another outbreak of rifts, while Auntie's Choice made a tidy profit. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
exit scans.
Congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.
We should keep moving, Commander.